We are excited to have you kind of join along with our virtual hike of the JMT, the John Muir Trail.
Yeah,
And
super
I
stoked.
think what comes to mind when you think about, get life on the trail, getting back on a long distance hike?
So I think the thing that I think about first is just getting into a good rhythm. Like the nice thing about doing a distance hike is you don't have very much else going on in your life other than just walking. So you can kind of craft it however you want. So for me, like I really like to get up like at a certain time each day and like kind of have a feel for what I want to do. So yeah, it's just like all about that organization and trying to stick to an idea. A lot of people might hike and just like kind of wander wherever, like maybe get up with the sun and do that. But I think I really enjoy the structure of it, which is kind of crazy. Like a lot of people might go out there to like get rid of the structure, but I really love like even just packing my bag the same way every single day in the same order and like taking my camp down the exact same way. I just really love that routine and just trying to keep everything super consistent, which might be kind of counterintuitive to what people think of when they think of getting out in nature, but that's what I really appreciate about um, like the whole process of it.
So can you tell us what did a typical day look like for you? What was that schedule?
Like, we would get up at like, let's say like 3 a.m. And we'd be out on the trail at 3:30 um, with headlamps on, obviously. And then, you're just like kind of getting your rhythm in that morning. You're not going particularly fast. You're probably hiking like, let's say like 2.5 miles an hour, um, probably right around there. And then eating a bar. And I typically like to put like instant coffee into a cold water bottle and like shake it up and let the trail sort of mix it for a little bit till I'm ready for it. um, so yeah, really early mornings. Not taking any of it for granted. So like trying to like, I don't know, be aware of how special this moment is and like trying to make the most of it, even though it might seem painful in little moments, but to always like in those moments, I take a step back and like, okay, this is really cool what we're doing. Like we're walking from this point to like what could take 6 hours in a car to drive to the other point. Like that's pretty big. Like let's just like enjoy it.
So I'm thinking about this trail, or what are like the various sections of the trail from that point on?
Yeah, definitely. So you're not in Yosemite anymore, that's for sure. And you're heading more into like the Kings Canyon Sequoia area. So it's almost like I think of it as like a smaller scale Yosemite that's a bit cleaner and more intimate. Um, this is kind of like the rhythm of the trail now, where it's like you're doing a pass a day, and a pass is basically like you're getting over a mountain range every single day at this point. Um, and for me, the first pass I did was a bit intense. Like you don't quite know you're approaching a pass, and then you realize like it's getting very hard, and a lot of them are exposed, so there's just sun, which I don't do too well with sun. So you realize pretty early on that you should probably camp toward the bottom of a pass and do it early morning, so you're not in the hot sun for the pass. But yeah, passes are a really good accomplishment milestones because I think there's 13 or so passes. Maybe I'll have to like study this a bit more, but something like that. And then you can like you can get into the right mindset where you're doing a pass, and then you can like at the top of a pass, like we would eat Justin's peanut butter and like emergency. That was like our big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get into like little rhythm with what you want to do to celebrate at the top of these things.
Mm-hmm. And so the pass is really the lowest high point that
Yeah, it's
you
weird to
can
think
get.
about. Yeah, it's like the easiest way to get over this super intense high point. And it's crazy. Sometimes at the bottom, it's a fun game to like try to guess where the pass is, because sometimes it's so intense that you just can't even see where a human could possibly get over this mountain. And then you realize that they built in like this crazy staircase and some switchbacks